Welcome back, my name is LastKnownMeal and this is going to be another Cyberpunk 2077 video, but today I would like to talk about a trend that has been going around for a while now on YouTube, and those are Cyberpunk themed channels, and by that I mean channels that cover Cyberpunk 2077 or Cyberpunk genre, like games and videos and films and TV shows. And this is going to be a ranty video, but this is something I find amazing. Because when the first trailer dropped in 2013, the interest for the game rose to new heights, with many being interested in what Cyberpunk 2077 is and what it has to offer, and how that might revive the Cyberpunk genre on the AAA gaming scene. And CD Projekt actually promised a new experience of freedom with this mature RPG, and of course, after the success of The Witcher 3, they have to deliver something really good. And because CDPR went silent when the production community got together to organize the news and rumors and generally just discuss on what is that they want to see and just share their opinions. And from places like Reddit, YouTube Cyberpunk community started growing. I started doing Cyberpunk videos back in 2016, and that's when I saw that there is interest in this. Then as I started making videos, I've seen more and more people covering the game. The community branched out into covering different segments of the game and the news and the rumors. Like, you have channels like the MadqueenShow, Kazuliski, Legacy, the Neon Arcade, and many others started covering not only Cyberpunk 2077 but expanded into covering the entire genre and even based their channel around it. It even went to a whole new level with Two Old Gamers when they released their Cyberpunk 2077 Night City lore videos. That video, for me, is still one of the best lore videos in terms of content and editing when it comes to Night City lore. It's really good, you have to check it out. I'm going to leave a link down below. So I also continue to make Cyberpunk videos with various topics and even covered other Cyberpunk themed games, and the reason for it is how much I learned about the genre through this. Like, I knew about Cyberpunk before that, but I had no idea how much it grew in the 90s and how they are coming back today. When you think about it, Cyberpunk started to rise in popularity with the release of new technology. More and more people think back to its core, how high tech meets slow life, and it shows this dystopian society where our future is not that bright, that we are ultimately going to destroy ourselves. Now, even Netflix started producing cyberpunk shows like Altered Carbon, so it is rising in some form, and hopefully after Cyberpunk 2077 comes out, more people are going to go into this. Now, I can certainly bet that the popularity of Cyberpunk 2077 in some way created this trend, at least on YouTube. People want to know more, people are generally interested in the game. Also Art Alsorian, who is the company behind Cyberpunk 2020, they posted an article where they just express their gratitude towards the fans and how this new format of just having Cyberpunk channels covering Cyberpunk news and 2077 in general is amazing for the franchise, and it's amazing for the genre in general. Because if you have people who are interested in this game, in this genre, why not provide people with as much insight as possible and videos they can find info from or just learn something new? Because connecting the community is important for this, and there has been so much interest in YouTube that it's insane. But keep in mind, the game is not even out yet, so I can imagine how much this is going to grow in terms of channels and videos and just ways the community can connect. And because all these people are learning or they already know a lot about Cyberpunk, they can either share their knowledge or they can find out something new and share it with everyone who is watching them. And especially when, you know, Cyberpunk 2077 comes out and after all that passes, it's going to be interesting to see how many of those channels are going to continue covering Cyberpunk content, not just about the game like 2077, but other games as well, and more of the things from that genre. Maybe even other companies might see this as an opportunity to create another game in the same genre, like why not? You already have a community gathered around the thing, so just having more games in this field is great. It doesn't have to be an RPG like 2077, it can be something else. I mean, if it wasn't for these videos, I would have never gotten a chance to talk with Mike Pondsmith, one of the creators of Cyberpunk 2020. So I do believe this is just at its start. Many more things will happen. Imagine the amount of community videos when the game drops. It's going to be insane. And when I look back at it, like, the game really needs to be huge. The game really needs to be popular to have trends like these. And of course you have like other franchises that do have YouTubers that talk about only one specific franchise or one specific game. But it wasn't as much with Cyberpunk. Of course you had Cyberpunk themed channels, but not as much as today. And it's amazing to see something like that, and that's why I say how much of an impact a game which is not even out yet had on this community. So again, I know this was a ranty video, but thank you so much for watching. I do want to make more Cyberpunk videos in the future. There has been some silence about the production for some time, but I am certain that we will hear something new about Cyberpunk on E3 this year at least. So don't forget to tell me down below what you think about Cyberpunk 2077 and the YouTube community covering it. And that's it. This is LKM signing out. Don't forget to, as I said, tell me down below what you think about all of this. Don't forget to smash that like and subscribe button to stay updated with all the upcoming Cyberpunk 2077 news. Also check me out on Twitter at LastKnownMeal and join my Discord if you want to connect and talk more about the game. This is LKM signing out. Stay classy everyone, and bye bye.